guess now that it's over, that, you know, we spent the past 4 months getting ready for this show, and I guess if, you know, depending on how you look at it, the past year getting ready for this show, you know, there's a lot of build up, and you train and diet, and you've approached everything with this one day in mind, and it's everything you do is for that day. It's for that day, March 3rd. You know, like that date is just burned in your brain, and then all of a sudden it's there. And you know, you have certain expectations going into that show, and then you feel like you're never going to get there. Like it's never going to be done, and then before you know it, like here we are. It's the morning after, and it's done. And you know, you get a minute to sit there and you know, ask yourself, okay, like where did the chips fall in comparison to where I thought they were going to? You know, how do I feel right now versus how I expected to feel? You know, how is everything that's going on right now? How does it compare to what I expected? You know, how did this meet? How does this measure up compared to my expectations? And I think first and foremost, you know, I still haven't got a chance to see any pictures. I haven't been online. You guys that know me know I still got a flip phone. No iPhone. I don't travel with my computer. But anyways, yeah, I still haven't got to see anything, but from you know, a lot of the feedback I've gotten, and you know, from what I saw in the mirror and how I felt on stage, I really feel like it was a good improvement over last year. You know, everyone tells me, oh, when you see the photos, you're really going to see, and that's exciting. I can't wait to see that. I was about 5 pounds bigger on stage, which was, you know, my goal, and you know, the things that I wanted to improve: my back, my chest, my color, my presentation. Not that they're all perfect, but I think they were all, hopefully, they're all markedly improved. I mean, that right there is probably the greatest, you know, as a bodybuilder, the greatest achievement is to know that you've progressed, that what you're doing is working. I think it's every bodybuilder's nightmare to think, you know, to ever reach a point where you've spent a significant period of time trying for something, only to then realize that you've not improved, or, you know, God forbid, even worse, that you've regressed. So fortunately, you know, at this point, I've had the good fortune of all, you know, each show I've done to improve at least a little bit. You know, sometimes more than others, but that's the thing I'm most happy about as a bodybuilder. When it comes to placings, I mean, you know, Branch was the reigning champ, and Wolf is Wolf. So, you know, third place at my second Arnold is something I'm very proud of. I couldn't say, you know, how I stacked up next to the guys. Like I said, I haven't even seen any photos. I mean, I hear things from other people, but you know, everyone has their own opinion. I mean, I'm sure there are people who thought Wolf should have won, people who thought Branch should have won, maybe even a couple of people who thought I should have won. That's really neither here nor there. The placings are what they are, and you know, the main thing for me is that there's a feeling of reassurance that what I'm doing is working, and I'm really most excited to get back to things and continue on with that improvement. So how does this stack up to what I thought it would be? I mean, you know, there's always those moments, you know, that you envision victory. You know, you envision what it would be like to win. You know, what it would be like standing on that stage and Arnold raising your hand, and you know, the whole bit. And that would be, obviously, that would be tremendous. Am I disappointed that I didn't win? No. I'm too grateful for everything that I do have and how well everything has gone to be disappointed that I didn't win. I have no problem losing to guys who are better than me. So, all in all, I'm happy. I think one thing that people fail to realize is the importance of good health. Even as a bodybuilder, I know that many people will generally regard professional bodybuilding as unhealthy in many ways. But you guys have to keep in mind that anybody who has been doing this sport for any number of years, anyone who's enjoyed a good deal of success in this sport, if they were unhealthy, they would have made it as far as they've made it. If your body is sick, if you're unhealthy, you don't add 5 pounds of muscle, 10 pounds of muscle. Your body won't do it. And it doesn't matter how much you take, how much crap you take. You could give your body whatever you could throw at it, but the bottom line is, if you're sick, if you're unhealthy, your body is not going to apportion nutrients or calories towards growing new tissue if it can't support and sustain and maintain the tissue that it already has. It doesn't happen. When you see guys on stage and they're X number of pounds and they're shredded and this and that, yeah, okay, they push their body to get there. Maybe they employed certain tactics to do it, but you have to keep in mind that once your body is beat, once it's abused, once you're sick, you can throw anything you want at your body and it's not going to respond the way that you want it to. A liver that is unhealthy, you could see it in someone's physique because their skin isn't good, their body, they don't get in proper condition. Because your liver is what it helps you burn fat. People who their kidneys have become strained, they're not getting dry anymore. You begin to see big distension in someone's midsection, maybe because their digestive tract isn't as healthy, their colon, their intestines. Every organ system is key to your success as a bodybuilder, as any other athlete, or as just a human being in general. And people need to realize that being a successful bodybuilder is not just about lifting more weight or taking more supplements or eating more food. It's not about beating your body into something you want it to be. I think it's something that you have to work with your body. You have to persuade it rather than try to force it. There's a point at which you're going to push so hard on your body, and all it's going to do is push back and say, fuck you. And I think people fail to realize the importance of health. Even in a sport that people may generally perceive as being unhealthy at times. I think that whether you're a professional bodybuilder or any other professional athlete, any sport at its elite level, there's going to be times when you're putting extreme stress on your body, but the idea is that if you can maintain optimal health, the rest of the time when you're not beating up on your body so intensely, that it'll be able to deal with those stresses once you introduce them. I mean, I think the same thing goes just for people in general. I mean, we live in an environment where we're exposed to a variety of factors, whether it's environmental factors, toxins, radioactivity, all different types of waves, all different chemicals, and it's I don't think it's any coincidence that you see the incidence of cancer increasing, that you see the incidence of disease increasing. So you're never going to escape all those things. I think the best thing that you can do is try to fortify your body with proper nutrition, with good supplementation, with a healthy lifestyle, enough rest, just living as good of a lifestyle as possible, so that when you're met with those stresses, when your body is put under the strain, that it can deal with those things in a positive way. I mean, for example, there's cancer cells, there's cells that go awry in your body every day. But assuming your body is healthy enough that your immune system is functioning at an optimal level, your body will attack those cells. It'll get rid of them. Your body has defense mechanisms. It'll do what it's supposed to do, so long as you help it to do that. You supply it with the nutrients. You give it the rest. You give it the recovery. I think the same thing applies to bodybuilding. If you're going to have success in the sport, and if you're going to have longevity, and if you're going to really achieve anything in the long run, you cannot, you can't underemphasize the importance of health. So, now that it's over and done, like I said, you have all these months and months and weeks of anticipation, all centered around this one goal, and it's all, like I said, all of a sudden it's over and done. You go, wow, what now? And there's a couple things right now. First, we got ribs. Second, we got burgers and fries. No. Yeah, right now, honestly, it's great just to be here right now. I'm looking forward to going to the expo and seeing some of my buddies at the cage, meeting some more fans. That's great. I mean, the show is done, and I really can't wait to get back home and take a couple days and maybe get to talk to some of the people I haven't had an opportunity to. And I bought Erica a Wii for her birthday, and I've been promising her that we're going to sit down and play it together. So that's on my list of things, immediate things to do. I like to spend a day just laying around with the baby and with Erica, and just taking some time with family, getting together with some friends. But beyond that, and in relation to bodybuilding, I really can't wait to begin my off season. When I say begin my off season, first thing I got is like a period, like a detox period, where I clean out and give my body some rest. And I have a couple protocols I'd like to try out. That's really exciting to me. Some new things I'd like to try with nutrition. And then the way I figured my off season, I have about 6 weeks to do that. 10 weeks to make some improvements, put on some size, see what I can accomplish in the gym, and that would leave me 12 weeks for the Olympia. So I think it's short, but I think it could be really effective. It's I feel really, aside from I apologize for seeming if I seem a little tired right now, but aside from just feeling a little beat up from the last couple days, overall I feel really good. So I'm excited. I think I can really make some great progress in the gym this year, and I'm just excited to continue on the journey of bodybuilding. I don't want to sound cheesy, but just to continue to do what I've done.